Good morning. My name is Leroy Allen, student of Regent University, Genie 402, Making of a Christian Leader. I would like to talk to you this morning about what I learned about leadership. I would like to bring two key words to your attention. The first word is service, and the other word is influence. When I think of the concept of service, I think of Jesus' reply in Matthew 20:28. I did not come to be served, but to serve and to give my life as a ransom to many, which gives credit to a practice that you and I practice every day as servant leaders. We are constantly putting the interests of others before our own, whether it's in our home, whether it's in school, whether it's in the workplace or the marketplace. We have found a place and a space as a servant leader. The other key word is influence. Influence also described and expressed in the law of influence by Maxwell. Influence as being something that is not given to you, it is earned through your leadership capacity. It is also revealed in Cause and Posner, or Cousins and Posner, I'm sorry. It is also revealed that influence is initiated through relationships, and influence come by way of credibility. That credibility is not determined by what you say. That credibility is earned by what you do in the eyes and in the lives of the people that you serve. Servant leadership, just to dial back just a little bit, servant leadership is also revealed and expressed in Cousins and Posner. It is revealed and expressed in a way that allows us to see as students that yes, servant leadership is about putting the interests of others above our own. There are three different models of leadership that chance to study that I want to bring to your attention. The first model is model the way, which again is also tied and connected to Cousins and Posner's styles of leadership. Model the way just simply suggests that it's not what you say, it is what you do. It is about the course of action that you take to put the interests of others above your own. Model the way. So in other words, when we talk about modeling the way, it has to be visual. It cannot be something that we just talk about. People want to see some action. And as leaders, we must be more about action than we are talking. We gain the credibility that we seek to gain from others by way of what we do. It's the action steps that we take. Model the way. So modeling the way doesn't come by way of just talking. It comes by way of doing. I am reminded of the book of James, where it says, I will not just be a hearer, I will be a doer. So that means I have to put some action steps into what it is that I'm talking about in order for people to recognize me as a person of significance, a person of resource, which that significance and resource will give them reason to follow me. I'm reminded of my interview with Dr. Thomas, where he says, don't tell me who you're leading until you tell me who you're following, because it is about service to others. Model the way. The second model is inspired vision. We recognize vision as an image of a coming attraction, which means that I have not arrived yet, but through my imagination, I'm able to see into the future and see into the future in such a way where it adds to society, it adds to the organization, and it adds to me as an individual. So what I'm able to do is I'm able to see things from a visionary standpoint, and I'm able to share that vision based on values and norms and based on a need to know basis that is confronted and managed by all those who are around me that will be participants in the vision, which would make it a shared vision. A shared vision ultimately becomes a shared experience. So that shared vision is not to be a vision that stands still for only one person to gauge from. That shared vision has to be formed by way of a collaboration, shared vision. And again, that vision is not to be just for the me, myself, and I, if I could say it that way. It is made to be shared amongst all interesting parties so that everybody has some input and some insight to the goal that we're trying to accomplish. Shared vision. The third model that I want to talk to you about is enabling others to act. We see it in scripture where it talks about empowering disciples. I recall my interview with Dr. Thomas where he said, hey, discipling others, enabling them to act. When you disciple them, you have to know that you're either going to facilitate an experience or you're going to have one. So as leaders, we want to be in the business of enabling others to act, enabling others to share their expertise, to give their insight. We want to be able to empower them to enact because we want to be able to measure their strengths and their gifts alongside our strengths and gifts in order to get the job done or in order to meet the goal that we're trying to meet. So we have matching strengths and matching gifts that we're looking for when we're talking about enabling others to act. Because as it is said, you know, it's better to gain name recognition by two or more than it is by just one. So we want to enable others to act. It is also stated that when two or three come together and touch and agree, God is in the mix of that. So the more we take that approach to enable others to act, to empower them, to strengthen them, we're able to do any and everything that we put our minds to in that way as leaders. So as we move forward this morning through this process or through this interview, should I say, I would have you to know that leadership on any level is defined by his or her consistency. As I think back again to the interview that I had with Dr. Thomas, he said, if you ever want to know the depth of any leader, just simply look at the level of his or her consistency. And it will tell you any and everything that you want to know. It will tell you whether or not you want to follow that particular leader or be a part of that particular leadership style. Because leadership is defined in styles. And we're talking more today about servant leadership, putting the interests of others above your own. Which, of course, again, is how Jesus replied in Matthew 20:28. He says, I did not come to be served. I came to serve and to give my life as a ransom for many. And as leaders, that's the same type of mindset, attitude that we have to accompany when we lead the people that God assigned us to. And that's assignment, whether it's through the church, that's assignment, whether it's through the marketplace, the school, or what have you, our home. But we practice servant leadership every day, whether it's in our home, again, whether it's in the marketplace, whether it's in the school, whether it's in the church. We practice servant leadership, which again is to put the interests of others above our very own. In closing, I would like to have you to know that my journey through the making of a Christian leader has been nothing short of rewarding. It has been great. It has been achievable. It has been accomplished. And I cannot wait to put what I've learned through the Genie 402 Making of a Christian Leader course material into use. I cannot wait. And so, having said that, I would like to thank our professor, and all of my co-students for a job well done. Again, my name is Leroy Allen, student of Regent University, Genie 402, Making of a Christian Leader. Thank you very much.